Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever walked through a casino, seen that spinning roulette wheel, and just thought, what is going on there? It looks exciting, a little bit intimidating, right? Well, today, we are going to pull back that curtain. We're breaking down the classic game of roulette step by step from your very first bet all the way to that final nail-biting spin.
So, here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll start with the absolute basics. What even is roulette? Then we'll get familiar with the wheel and the table. After that, we'll jump into the different kinds of bets you can make, walk through exactly how a round plays out, and then we'll wrap up with the most important part, how to play smart and have a good time. Ready? Let's get into it.
All right, first things first. What's the actual goal here? What are you trying to accomplish when you play roulette? You know, it's actually way simpler than it looks.
And that's it, really. At its heart, you've got a wheel with numbered pockets, 0 through 36, split between red and black with a special green 0. A little white ball gets spun one way, the wheel goes the other. All you're doing is placing a bet, making a prediction on which little pocket that ball is going to settle into. It's a pure, simple game of chance.
Okay, let's get you familiar with the playing field. To understand roulette, you really only need to know two things: the wheel itself and that big green table laid out right in front of it. Now this, right here, is probably the single most important thing you need to know before you ever play. On the left, you see the European wheel. It's got numbers 1 to 36 and one green 0. But look at the American wheel on the right. It has an extra green pocket, a 0-0. It seems like a tiny change, but trust me, it makes a huge difference to your odds. So here's the bottom line. That extra double 0 on the American wheel nearly doubles the casino's advantage. Let me put it this way. On a European wheel, the house edge is about 2.7%. On an American one, it jumps to 5.26%. So for every $100 bet, the house expects to keep about $2.70 in Europe, but $5.26 in America. So if you have a choice, always look for the table with the single 0 European wheel. It is the smartest move you can make.
And the table? Well, think of it as a map of all your betting options. You've got the grid with all the individual numbers, sure, but then you've got all these other boxes around the outside. You can bet on simple things like will the number be red or black, odd or even, or will it be a low number from 1 to 18 or a high one, 19 to 36. This is where you physically place your chips to make your call.
Okay, quick pop quiz, just to make sure this sinks in. To give yourself the best shot, which wheel are you looking for? The one with one green 0 or 2? Yep, you got it. The European wheel with that single green 0. Don't forget that.
So let's talk about the bets themselves. Every bet you can make on that table falls into one of two big categories, and they come with very different levels of risk and reward.
This chart lays out the basic trade-off perfectly. Inside bets are when you're betting on specific numbers right on that main grid. Think of it like a long shot. It's tough to hit, but if you do, the payout is huge. Then you have the outside bets. These are the broader categories like red or black, odd or even. Your chances of winning are way higher, pretty close to a coin flip, but the payout is much smaller. You're basically deciding, do you want a small chance at a big win or a big chance at a small win?
All right, let's put it all together now. You know the gear, you know the types of bets, so what actually happens during a round? Let's walk through it. It's a really simple flow.
It really is this straightforward. First, you walk up and look for a little sign on the table that says the table minimum. That's the smallest bet you can make. The dealer will say, place your bets, and everyone puts their chips down. Quick etiquette tip. Try to place your chips gently. Don't just toss them and knock over someone else's stack. Then the dealer spins the wheel and will eventually call out, no more bets. That's your cue. Hands off. The ball drops, the dealer marks the winning number, sweeps away all the losing chips, and then pays out the winners. So if you bet $10 on red and red 7 hits, the dealer will slide a fresh $10 chip right next to yours. And then it all starts again.
Okay, knowing the rules is one thing, but this next part is maybe the most important. Let's talk about how to play smart, so you can make sure you have a good time no matter what happens. Seriously, if you only take 3 things away from this, make it these 3 rules. 1. Before you even sit down, decide on a budget you're okay with losing, and stick to it. Treat it like the price of admission. 2. When you're starting out, stick with those lower-risk outside bets, red/black, odd/even. Your money will last longer, and you'll get a better feel for the game. And 3, and this is crucial, never ever chase your losses. If you lose, that money is gone. Trying to win it back with bigger bets is the fastest way to blow through your budget.
This is the absolute truth you have to accept. Just because the ball landed on red 10 times in a row does not mean black is due to hit. It just doesn't work that way. Every single spin is a totally independent event. The wheel has no memory. Your job is just to enjoy the randomness and the thrill of the moment.
And knowing what not to do is just as important. Don't get overexcited and bet half your budget on the first couple of spins. Pace yourself. Make sure you actually know what you're betting on. If you're not sure what the payout is, just ask. And of course, like we said, try to avoid that American wheel if you can. Why give the house a bigger edge if you don't have to?
All right, one last check-in. This is our key strategy tip. If you're a beginner and you want to play it safe, make your money last, and just enjoy the experience, where should you put your chips? Inside bets or outside bets? That's right, start with the outside bets. It's the smart play.
And that really is the main takeaway here. You're not there to get rich. You're there for the entertainment. Think of it like buying a ticket to a movie or a concert. You set your budget, you enjoy the show for what it is, and when it's over, you walk away happy you went.
So there you have it. You know the wheels, you know the bets, and most importantly, you know how to play smart. You're ready. So let me leave you with this question. Now that you know how it all works, what would you be your very first bet? Would you play it safe on black? Or would you take a shot and put a chip on your lucky number? Thanks for tuning in.